And then there's Joffrey's side of the story, who's like, I was out on a lovely ride with my beautiful lady.
And these two ambushed us.
Yeah, and these two hooligans, like, knocked me off my horse, and I hit my head on a rock.
And Arya beat me senseless.
Yeah, and Arya sicked her wolf on me after I fell off my horse.
They didn't do anything to them. They just attacked me.
Yeah, and my horse on the way by hit the butcher boy in the face with his stirrup, so that's where he got the cut from. And then they took my sword from me and threw it in the river.
Yeah, to which Renly wants to know, perchance sometime Joffrey will tell him how a 9-year-old who is no bigger than a drowned rat was able to disarm him and throw his sword in a river.
Yep.
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies. Welcome to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I am your co-host, Lady Wolfsbane, and Lady Wyvern's here with me, and the regular host.
You didn't even get your fucking name right.
Lady Wolfsbane. Oh, God damn it.
Take two.
Welcome to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I am your host, Widow's Wolfsbane. I did it right. That's totally right. I'm your host, Widow's Wolfsbane, and with me is Lady Wyvern.
How can you not say your own name?
I don't know, because I never say my name. I never say my name. Widow's Wolfsbane. Widow. Words. Laughing too much.
Widow Wolfsbane.
Widow Wolfsbane.
Welcome to the Ironwood Network. I am your host, Maester Ironwood. I'm here with Lady Wyvern and Widow Wolfsbane, as always.
Who can't say her own name.
Guys.
Who can't say her own fucking name.
I will do the intro one day, you guys.
Why she never does the intro and never will.
She's going to keep trying, though.
She's going to keep trying. So every once in a while, you're going to get crazy little pretend introductions like that I have to go back and fix.
Yes.
Because she's bound and determined to get it right one of these days.
I practice it all the time, but I can't say my own damn name.
I think what she means is if you all go to Patreon and donate $1, then she will have the encouragement needed to actually learn her own name.
Yeah.
And on YouTube how to do the introduction properly.
It's
she
true.
She just wants a damn raise.
Because all she really wants is a raise.
I just want a raise. And when we get some video and some GoPros, you guys will see some cleavage, so there's that. So you guys will get a raise too.
That's called pornography, and you can't
That's illegal on
that.
YouTube.
I said cleavage, not boobs.
Oh, boring.
I'm sorry, you're going to make them pay $1 to see your cleavage?
No, I mean, they're going to see it anyway, but if they have a Patreon, they'll see it sooner.
Well, no, I can't put the videos on YouTube earlier, right? Because, like, YouTube, you just kind of have to put it there.
You just put it up, yeah. But if you do videos on Patreon...
That's run through YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, no. The Patreon thing is they'll get the audio episodes a few days early.
Sorry, Patreon guys. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a big eye roll going on.
Yeah,
I'm learning
they'll get
things.
the audio a few days early, not the video.
No video for you guys. Sorry.
No, they can have video. It's just they won't get it early.
Yeah, just not early. So they won't see my boobs early.
No.
That's unfortunate for them.
And apparently if she's showing her boobs, I guess we won't be hosting on YouTube anymore. I guess we're making the move to Pornhub.
Pornhub! The Ironwood Network Pornhub.
Pornhub channel.
Yeah, the Ironwood Network Pornhub
not
channel.
Too keen on that. If you guys have to go to Pornhub, I might have to back out of this.
Alright, anyway, we're here to discuss
Part 2.
Sansa 01 Part 2, also known as Eddard 3 of A Game of Thrones. A fantastic chapter.
It was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's alright.
Sort of.
It's
At least it's not from Sansa's point of view.
It's got some funny stuff. It's got some sad stuff. It's not from Sansa's point of view. She's only in it a little bit, being a lying cunt face.
Yep, indeed.
A Sansa Tully.
Lying fish face.
Mm-hmm. Now, Widow's Wolfbane.
That was just Widow.
It's Widow Wolfsbane.
Widow
I was pronouncing it
Wolfsbane.
like her.
Oh, yeah, Widows. I'm a multiple. Well, because I'm a widow multiple times over. Maybe that's it.
That's by choice, though.
Yeah, but I'm
change
still.
how you say your name.
But it's still.
But you're one person.
I'm one person,
She's
but I've been a widow.
pluralizing
I've been widowed a couple times, so I'm widows.
So instead of like a Mrs., you're a Ms. Widows.
Sure. Yeah, that.
Oh, she's a Mrs. Is.
Mrs. Is.
That tickles.
Jesus, how many times have I been married? I don't even know.
How many husbands have you murdered, Widow?
That's a loaded question. I plead the fifth.
I was going to say you better plead the fifth.
Mrs. Westeros, there's no pleading the fifth?
I demand trial by combat then.
Widow, you want to give us a synopsis of the Eddard chapter?
I do. All right. So this chapter starts a couple days later, or a couple days after the last chapter. I think it's about 4 days is what I remember reading. Arya and Micah have been missing.
A lot of 4 days.
Yeah.
People waking up 4 days later type things.
Yeah. So Bran, the Bran chapter, 4 days after he falls.
Yeah,
his mom wakes up 4 days after passing out. He's got a thing with number 4.
Maybe there's mystical power in the number 4 that we don't know about yet.
Maybe. We'll have to look out for that because it is. It's always 4 days later.
Yeah.
So, but it's been 4 days.
That's
Arya and Micah.
I mean, it's not even like Jesus rose on the 3rd day, so it's not even anything like that.
It's not even that, yeah. It's not even 7 days either because it's 7-faced God or whatever. Or 7 faces of the God or whatever. I don't know.
4, it's weird.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe it's just the number he likes.
And the dragon has 3 heads, so that's not bad. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what is with number 4, but George, what is with the number 4?
Yeah, what's with the number 4, George? Or pleading with
I
George
think
moment?
you're overthinking it.
I just think it's weird because it's always
It is
4
always
days.
4 days.
People always wake up 4 days later.
Fortnight, so
No, people always wake up 4 days later.
Bran wakes up. Well, it's 4 days after Bran falling. It's 4 days after his mom wakes up. It's 4 days after, whatever. This is 4 days later.
Yeah.
Everything's 4 days later.
Yeah, it's a lot of 4 days.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
And nothing's ever coincidental. So, but they finally found Arya. They still probably have not found Micah yet, as far as we're aware in the beginning of the chapter, but it starts off with them having found Arya after 4 days, and even though Jory, who is one of Ned's men, finds her,
He's Ned Top Man.
Yeah, Ned's top man. He was told that
Lord Commander of the Winterfell Guards.
Yeah, so he's head honcho kind of, and he was ordered to bring her directly before the queen and the king, as opposed to bringing him directly to her father. And so Ned gets filled with a red rage and goes through with his fury that was on him, walking over to Raymond Dari's castle, to where the king has decided that this is where we're gonna, have this meeting and decide fates and see what's going on, and have their little trial, I suppose. And so they ask about what happened. They also give us a little bit of thing about how the Raymonds audience chamber, and that the Raymonds are Targaryen fans as opposed to Baratheon fans, and that there's way too many people in the Dari's tiny castle. So everyone's already on, frying each other's nerves and stepping on each other's toes.
The tensions burned hot and heavy.
Yeah, they did. Like a really bad sex scene between Ned and his wife. Just bring that out of nowhere. So he sees his daughter. The only thing she tells him, she says she's fine, but that she's really hungry because all she's had for the past 4 days is some berries that she was able to find. So Ned tells her, yeah, sure, we'll feed you, don't worry about it. And then he was looking around seeing, why was she not brought to me at once? And then Robert's like, fuck the queen, she's the one who did this, blah, blah, blah. And not really, but Cersei...
Evil bitch.
Yeah, Cersei's really the driving force behind this whole thing. The king's kind of like, this is kind of a pain in my balls, and I really don't want to deal with this bullshit right now. So Robert gets very close to honoring Cersei, telling her to quiet, woman. Ned asks about, what's going on with the business, what's going on with the butcher's boy, what's happening. And so Arya starts, being herself and screaming and being super upset, that's not true, he's lying, blah, blah, blah. And then Robert's like, everybody shut the fuck up. All right? I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm already tired. My ass is sore. Arya, you're going to tell me what the fuck happened, and Joffrey, you're going to shut your fucking face and let her talk first. And so then they do this. Arya tells them what happens. They don't go through like the whole individual thing. They just say that she said her side of it. And then they say that Joffrey says his side of what happened. And they're obviously two very different things. And Renly starts laughing after Arya's storytelling and does the Maester's favorite line of this chapter. Soon, coming in soon, that perhaps or perchance later you'll tell me how a 9-year-old girl the size of a wet rat managed to disarm you with a broom handle and throw your sword in a river. So he does that, and then
Renly.
Yeah, Renly, he's salty. I like him. So he goes through that whole thing, mocks his nephew. Robert tells him, get the fuck out of here. Sir Barristan will escort you. And he goes, oh no, sir, you're too kind. Please, I'll find my own way out. And he gets the fuck out of here. Yeah, he's like, I know how to find my way. It's fine. And then Ned is like, well, there was another person there, so, like, how about we have the other person put her 2 cents in there? And so I feel kind of bad for Sansa a little bit in this part, because Ned kind of threw her in there to try to be on her sister's side against her betrothed.
Knowing full well she wasn't going to be.
Yeah, knowing full well that it wasn't going to happen.
Right, because
and then it backfires on him.
Because he hasn't given them the lone wolf speech yet.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
That comes in a few chapters.
And in the TV show, it's Sansa who throws her under the bus. Or it's Cersei who throws Sansa.
Yeah, in the TV show, it's Cersei that says, like, well, Sansa, you were there, tell us what happened, or whatever. So, I keep doing it too, don't worry. It's my whole life. So... they're sitting there, and he's like, all right, well, they weren't the only ones present. Sansa, come here, my child, and tell the king what happened, and be true. Tell us, like, all honesty or whatever. Tell the king that his son's a little whiny bitch, even though you're supposed to be in love with him and marry him in a couple weeks.
Psychopath.
Yeah, and a psychopath, and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. So she's like, oh, I don't remember. Everything happened so fast. I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't really see anything.
I was too busy with my eyes closed going, you're ruining it! You're ruining it! Ah!
Which is completely true, because that's really all she did was
that was really weird coming from you.
It was perfect, though. It was so
I know,
perfect.
Look on his face. Oh my god! Don't do that.
But it was... So he does that, and then, of course, Arya does her little thing where she has to knock her sister to the ground and try to beat the shit out of her because you're lying.
Well, of course she's lying. She's trying to save her own neck.
Yeah, she's trying to save her own neck.
More and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beating up Sansa Tully, I'm all for it.
I probably...
Yeah, but Sansa's trying to save her own neck. Yeah.
Even though Joffrey's her betrothed, I feel like if she had thrown him under the bus right now, they probably would have, not...
avoided the marriage.
Yeah, they probably would have avoided the marriage right there.
Fine, Ned, you can be hanged.
Fine, Ned.
Your daughter can go back to Winterfell.
Your daughter's fine. Apparently my son beat the shit out of your other daughter, so I guess they don't have to get married now.
Right.
So...
Maybe we'll marry Joffrey to Arya.
Oh, God.
Poor Arya.
Dude,
that'll think.
Yeah, that'll be a hell of a sparring match right there for a marriage. So
I'm not sure how healthy that would be.
Because remember, Joffrey doesn't have a sword, but Arya does.
Yeah.
Needle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then Robert gets all pissed off because what the fuck's happening? And Cersei's like, oh, that girl is as wild and filthy as her animal or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And so... the queen's pissed off because Joffrey now has to carry the scars of his savaged arm his whole life.
She acts like men don't ever go to battle and get scars.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and then scars like chicks get scars.
But apparently it's a bad thing for Joffrey to have scars.
Well, it's because it's her little boy and nothing should ever hurt him.
Think of it like if somebody had scarred Bran, what Catelyn Tully would be like.
Oh, Bran is...
You mean how she is acting like right now because Bran got thrown out of the window?
There you go.
I know, but if he's supposed to be this big bad warrior, scars are going to happen. Unless you're Jaime. Jaime never been.
Warrior.
She knows he's a whiny little bitch.
She doesn't care.
No, she doesn't care. No, she knows.
It's her baby. Her baby's still the baby. She knows it. But yeah, so then Robert's like, all right, well, fuck this shit. I'm not doing anything about this because it's not worth my goddamn time. So, Ned, you punish your kid. I'll punish my kid. We're fine. And then Cersei has to be like, but Robert!
What about the wolf?
Yeah! The beast that savaged your son.
A true man would have a wolf pelt on my lap right now.
Yeah. And then, of course,
he almost honors her again.
Yeah, almost honors her right there. And he's like, well, that's some fucking magic trick since there's no goddamn wolf to talk about since Nymeria ran off and they can't find her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Cersei's like, well, there is still a direwolf in camp, you know. It's not the one that hurt my son.
And once again, we have Sansa failing to realize
that her actions have consequences.
That her actions are going to have consequences that affect her, and that she is of the Starks.
Yes.
She keeps trying to separate herself from them, and
she's
thinking that, well, I could bring Nymeria, or I could bring Lady with me to the Queen's thing, even though Arya can't bring Nymeria because it's me and Lady. I mean, that's fine.
Me and Lady are perfect together, and we're fine.
She's got to the point where, Lady's going to get killed because she's a wolf, and Sansa fails to realize these things.
Yeah, like she literally just thinks that because it's her, solely because of it's her and her own property, that it is
going to be fine.
It's going to be fine and better because no one can touch her. I don't know where the fuck she got this idea from. Like, I don't know who raised her with that idea.
Septa Mordane
and Catelyn Tully, I'm assuming.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, probably. Those two jackasses. Mm-hmm. So they did that. So Catelyn's over there like, oh, Bran, you're going to die all the time because you like to climb things. And then she's over there with Sansa. Sansa, nothing will ever hurt you, my dear. You're too precious.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's about what happened.
You'll find a knight like in the songs.
Mm-hmm.
A charming, gallant knight.
If I ever have a daughter and you hear me saying something like that, slap me.
Oh, I will.
Really, really
I will
hard.
honor you very well.
Honor me, please.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. So, of course, Cersei, it's like, all right, now you guys have to go kill Lady or whatever. So they're going to send Sir Ilyn Payne out to kill the direwolf. And, of course, now Sansa really dawns on her that, they're going to kill my wolf. Like, wait, but my wolf didn't do anything. She was tied up somewhere, and I didn't defend my sister, so now my wolf is going to die. Oh, no, don't let that happen. Starts panicking, has panic attacks. But she starts having all these little panic attacks, and oh no, don't kill my wolf. I'm so scared. I'm so sorry. Please don't do it. And then, of course, Ned feels really bad for his two daughters because now they're both upset about the fact that Lady's going to be killed because even Arya's like, no, she wasn't even there. Leave her alone. Lady didn't do anything. Yeah, the one thing that they agree on is that Lady is innocent.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. And so Ned, being the good dad that he is like, Robert, please, with the love you bear me and the love you bore my sister, don't make me do this. Like, please, like, no, don't kill my daughter's wolf. And then he's like, fuck your face, Ned. I'm the king. My wife is the one I have to fucking sleep to at night, not you. So, unfortunately, go kill your daughter's wolf. Well, Sir Ilyn Payne's gonna go kill your daughter's wolf because your daughter should have a dog. She'll be happier for it. And then he's like, nope, don't do it. Ilyn Payne, you fuck off. I'm going to go do it myself because Cersei Lannister...
First he, in front of everybody, tells Robert to fucking be a man and go do it himself.
Yes, yeah, he tells him, like, hey...
right in front of everybody.
In front of everybody. I think that's the reason why Robert really was like, no, now you fucked up, man, because he brought Robert's manhood on the line, and then Robert's like, yeah, no, now you did that, fuck your face.
Yeah,
so
that was a ballsy move.
Yeah, it was... And it's probably because he's in his red anger and fury and stuff like that with his daughters being all fucking being attacked by Lannisters.
He's the Papa Wolf defending the freaking pack.
Yeah. Poor little the Lannisters are going after his poor little direwolves. And so then he decides that he's not going to let Sir Ilyn Payne kill the wolf because he doesn't want the guy to like get any pleasure out of it or give the pelt of the wolf to Cersei, since she mentioned having a wolf pellet on her bed at this point, and tells them that he's going to do it himself, that there's no reason for Ilyn Payne to do it. And he tells, was it Jory, I believe? Tells Jory to go get ice for him. And he's going to do it himself, that if it has to be done, that Ned himself is going to do it because she is a creature of the North and deserves to be put down honorably.
Better than the butcher.
Yeah, deserves better than the butcher. So he wants her put down honorably because she is of his land, and he wants to make sure that she gets taken care of the right way. And then afterward, beforehand, he tells them that afterward he wants 4 men that Jory picks to be brought, or to take the wolf back to Winterfell and bury her at Winterfell itself, so her daughter can kind of have some closure of the fact that her wolf is buried at home, and that Cersei will never have the pelt.
He did say it after he killed him.
I don't think this happened.
When it was over.
Then he talks to Jory and tells Jory to send 4 men to take the wolf back to Winterfell.
Okay, yeah, because shortly Jory brought him ice, and then when it was over. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So, all right. So there was like a little gap between those two things that I didn't quite pick up on.
That's all right.
But yeah. So after it was over, he tells him like, bring this back up here and fuck her. She's not going to do this. And the end of the chapter comes out with Ned walking, being all sad and Ned-like and mopey and stuff, and walking away and realizing that Sandor Clegane is coming back, and he's got something slung over the back of his horse. He's not clearly sure what it is. And then Clegane just kind of drops it, like literally just kind of like picks one side of it up over the horse and lets it flop off the other side. And he said, we got our little pet. So now Ned's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I just killed Sansa's wolf. Now I gotta fucking tell Arya that her wolf's dead too. Fuck my life. Now they're both dead. And then realizes that it's even worse because it's actually the butcher's boy. And
is that worse?
I think for Ned, it's probably not worse. Ned, I think, is okay with it because...
I don't know if he's okay with it.
No, I think he's a little bit relieved that he doesn't have to explain
to Arya.
Wolves.
Yeah, I think he's relieved that he doesn't have to explain two direwolves, but now he still has to explain.
Sansa would get mad at Arya because then her wolf died for nothing.
Yeah. Or that Arya would get mad at Sansa because Sansa got her wolf murdered too.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, for being a lying bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Arya would still pin that one on Sansa no matter what, even though... Yeah. Whatever. But, yeah, she would. It would be just. But then he finds out that it's Micah, and now he's going to also have to tell the butcher, hey, by the way, your son been cut down. Literally, and then explains to, Clegane, why the fuck did you have to write him down? Because he's got a gash through his body that goes from his shoulder to his hip. Yeah. Literally was run down on horseback, hit with a sword, at 35 miles an hour.
And just slashed him right down the side.
Right down the side. Right all the way through. So, from shoulder...
Horrible way to die.
Ooh.
He probably
didn't feel it, though.
No, he probably suffered.
No, he probably felt it, because if he cuts here, it's not cutting off the sensories to the brain.
Yeah, but as soon as he got down close, because if he's cutting
he had to bleed out before he died.
He didn't have to bleed out that far. The way he'd been cut almost in half from shoulder to waist by a terrible explosion. So it went down, but he would have, there would have been so much blood loss and such blunt trauma at that point. He would have
still felt it before he died.
Yeah, he would have felt it, but he would have gone unconscious within a couple seconds after that.
But he still would have felt it before he died.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you always feel it before you die, probably. Unless you're sleeping.
Maester?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking a little tired.
No, I am fine.
Oh, and then the Hound makes a joke that I sort of chuckled at, which is bad of me, but it's true, is that, hey, you rode him down, what the fuck? And he goes, well, he ran, but not very fast. So there was really no reason for him down at all, but he didn't run. He ran.
No, he ran him down anyway.
But not very fast.
Poor Micah.
Not very fast.
I just hope my Micah doesn't meet the same fate.
I don't think your Micah is going to be sparring on a riverbed and get...
Keep him away from Arya's.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your big...
All right. Thank you for the synopsis, Widow Wolfsbane. Who wants to start? Who has anything from this chapter they want to go over?
I don't have anything that's standing out. Oh my god, let's talk about this right now.
So no weather notes or anything like that?
Well, they didn't really talk about the weather that much in this chapter. I'm very disappointed in it. I mean, in the last chapter, at least with Sansa, she was saying how nice it was. It was a beautiful place or whatever.
Well, that's because that's her kind of weather. She's from the north and she likes it warm like her mother does.
I like it. Not gonna lie, it's the only thing Sansa and I have in common.
Because you'd rather live in fucking Arizona.
Yeah. Desert.
It's snowing outside, honey.
Fuck your face.
No, I'm not into that. Sorry.
But yeah, so they didn't really have a whole lot of weather stuff.
Nope.
The Westerosi weather was very unremarkable that day, 4 days after the last chapter.
Well, I do want to know more about this. What's his face who owns the castle?
Sir Raymond Derry.
Yeah, who was on the Targaryen side.
Yeah, he was. He was a Targaryen supporter.
Yep, who lost brothers.
Was it his 3 older brothers? 2 older brothers.
Right? The Baratheons at the Trident.
But they really can't say anything about them being there. They can just suck it up and...
Right, because they live under the king's peace, so...
They have to
pretty much
respect
don't have
him.
A choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've got more people than the castle can hold right now.
Oh, yeah, because they've got Like
at least 400 men.
Yeah, and that's not including all the free riders that for whatever reason just decided to join them.
Yeah, plus I'd say the women and children, but I think that's just Cersei and
I think that's just those
children.
Well,
no, because the butcher's boy was there too, and he's not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, there's one less child then.
One less child.
Unfortunately.
One less child to deal with.
In the caravan, yep.
And there's one less wolf to deal with, too. 2 less wolves to deal with.
2 less wolves. Nymeria ran off, so she's gone. Yep. The other one's kind of beheaded.
Yeah.
I don't think they beheaded her. I think they just slit her throat.
Yeah, I don't think he got her.
I don't know, because he got ice. And ice is a really heavy sword. I don't think he just kind of stuck her with the pointy end.
Yeah, I don't think he beheaded.
I don't know, because in the show they show him leaning next to her, and all he has is like a little dagger.
Yeah,
and he goes right to the heart.
Oh no! See, I thought he slit her throat.
Slit her throat.
Oh, I thought she just like got a quick stab in the heart. I don't know.
Oh,
it's been a while. I don't know. I haven't seen that in a while.
Either way, I'm pretty sure he didn't behead.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Lady.
It's a lot of work for a little puppy.
Not if you got ice. He beheads full-grown men.
Well, swinging that sword is a lot of work. It's a 2-handed sword.
Yeah, but that's a big dude. He can handle it.
Yeah, but for a little puppy is a bit much.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have beheaded it.
Okay. That's fair.
Just doesn't seem like his thing, so.
I think Cersei
should have. Theon's not there to kick the head, so, I mean, there's no reason for him to.
I think Cersei's coddling her kid way too much.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Well, she's got nothing else to coddle.
Except her brother's dick.
Yeah. And occasionally the king
is around right now.
No, where is he?
At the King's Landing.
Oh, he went back
No, I thought
already?
He was off. No, he was.
No, he's with them. That's right.
He's with them, but he's off north, further doing another party because Clegane and Lannister were both further doing other search parties.
Oh,
and they hadn't come back yet. Yeah,
he's still out in the search party, probably.
Yeah, they haven't gotten word yet that Arya has been found.
Gotcha.
Nobody has anything you really want to touch on?
I'm sure you do, Maester.
Well, I have a few things. I mean, there's a few kind of semi-important things that happen here.
The only thing I know is Sansa and Arya are still going to hate each other for the rest of their lives because now Lady has died for something that she didn't do.
I say the only thing I got is me going with you with the whole. You don't describe Ned very frequently as being angry, and in this chapter he's described as angry twice.
Yeah, he's a Papa Wolf.
Yeah, so
protecting the cubs.
Yeah, he gets super angry in this, and that's one of the things. Like even because Catelyn always said that she'd never really seen him angry, except for the one time that she brought up the Ashara Dane thing, and now in this one he's got like raging fury and red rage and stuff like that,
strengthening him.
Yes, and unfortunately the only reason he couldn't run is because he had to look distinguished and in control.
He couldn't act like a worried father.
Yep, he's still the hand of the king.
So
things are expected of him.
And in his rage, he tells Robert to grow a pair.
Don't expect him to act like a worried father.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, he's not allowed to act like a worried father. He's the hand of the king. He's like the most powerful man in the realm.
Yeah.
He has to act with a certain.
He must keep his dignity.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, one of the things I did want to talk about was how Ned talks to Robert.
Like,
even
in this chapter.
Yeah.
Like, I get that Ned's pissed. I understand why. I get that him and Robert are old friends, probably best friends.
Being that Robert states that he's more of a brother than his brothers ever were.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But he's still the king.
Yeah.
He had a lot of balls to talk to him like
and
that.
Ned basically emasculates him.
In front of everybody.
I remember when Cersei emasculated him just in front of Ned.
Yeah.
And Robert fucking backhands her one.
Yep.
Yeah.
He honored her.
He honored her real good.
In this chapter, Ned tells, after Robert decides that Lady's gonna die, Ned says, at least have the balls to do it yourself.
Yep.
He passes a sentence to swing the sword.
Mm-hmm. Which is what he says in the first Bran chapter, I think.
Yes. Yep.
This is either the first Bran chapter or the first.
The first Bran chapter.
Yeah. At the end. Okay.
The sword. You understand why I had to do it?
Yep.
Our way is the northern way, the old way.
Yep. Okay. So he's bringing that on to Robert. He's trying to put his moral and his nobility onto Robert.
Well, I think he wants Robert to take responsibility for his actions.
Yeah.
Because as the king, he has a lot of ability to not do that.
Yeah.
He has a lot of ability to kind of pass on.
But as Ned hand, Ned doesn't want that. Ned wants the king to take responsibility for what the king does.
Right, because he sees how shit the realm is under Robert, because Robert's not taking responsibility for anything.
No, he's not.
More of that once they get to King's Landing.
He's just been whoring his way to an early grave.
Yeah.
Whoring and drinking. And hunting.
And hunting, apparently.
Yes, and hunting.
Yeah, Ned kind of gets away with speaking to Robert in a way that I don't know if anybody gets away with speaking.
Nobody.
I don't know if John Aaron would have gotten away with it.
No.
Well, wasn't John Aaron the father figure?
Yeah, the father figure. So
maybe he would have too. Yeah, he probably would have gotten away with it.
Apparently, probably him.
So him and Ned are the only two in the realm that would have gotten away with it.
Which would also probably explain why Robert wants those two as his hands.
Yeah.
Right.
That would explain that.
Yeah.
They're the kind of people who will talk to him like that.
That's yeah.
But why would he want them as hands if he's not going to listen to them?
Because he doesn't have to.
He eventually does listen to him.
I think it's one of those things where
not
everyone.
Soon enough.
He just knows that they won't just flat out agree with him for the sake of agreeing with him because he's the king.
They actually have like codes of honor that they live by.
Yeah.
Will try to rule by.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that he wants them to be the hand because they'll be like, Robert, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? And then he'll be like, oh, fuck you can't talk to me like that. And then 2 days later, he'll be like, so about that thing you said.
Yeah.
Turns out you were kind of right.
So he's a girl.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He takes the criticism very poorly and then is kind of like, now that I've thought about it.
Yeah, it's like me in bowling.
Yeah.
That's why you don't like that guy. Did he criticize you once?
What guy?
The one guy that you're always mean to.
Oh. No, he's just a twat.
Anyway.
My God, poor dude.
That's not very nice.
We've decided that that's our bird. He's going to learn two very important words. One's fuck, the other's cunt. So basically, he's gonna be the hound.
Your bird.
Yeah.
Bird.
Sir Tweet or Septon Tweet. Septon Tweet. So that way, when he learns how to, do.
No, not you. Him. Really.
He likes Septon Tweet.
I can't stand that. I can't stand having that stuff in my head.
Bird is the word. I love that song.
I fucking hate it.
Uma mau, uma mau mau. That's 2 episodes in a row.
I'd rather have what FUCK say stuck in my head.
What does the FUCK say?
Alright, so anyway, bring it back.
Okay, we're back. Alright.
When Jory finds Arya, after 4 days,
yes,
he tries to bring her to Ned.
Yes.
But it was Lannister guards
at the gate. And therefore they had no choice but to take Arya right to the king and the queen. Yeah, because the Lannister guards are probably like, all right, you're going to the queen. And then he'd be like, no, I'm taking her to her father. And they'd be like, yeah, fuck your face, you are.
Yeah.
And then they probably like detain them.
At their throats.
Yeah. I mean, Jory. I don't know. I kept trying to say Jorah.
Jory Cassell.
Yeah, so I kept trying to say Jorah, and I'm like, no, that's not the right guy.
No, Jory Cassell.
So yeah, Jory was probably like, yeah, I'll fucking kill you guys, and then he's like, yeah, I don't need to start some bloodbath right now. Yeah. Sounds like a bad idea.
Even made it to King's Landing.
Yeah. We already have a savaged prince. Oh, what a whiny little bitch that is.
They'll always have those scars, Cersei tells us.
Always. Oh, maybe it'll make him a little bit more of a man.
Yeah, so Jory takes Arya in front of the king. We get Ned woken up to rush down there to help out.
I feel like it's kind of rude because like he gets to the hall after they've already been there. It's not even like they send someone at the same time to Ned as they send to like they take them over there.
Right.
Like they send them there. They've been waiting there for however long, and then they're like, oh wait, so should someone go get Ned maybe? Like, shouldn't he be about...
Like, Cersei's trying to have Arya's head taken off. We should probably get Ned about this.
Yeah, we should probably let Ned know that Cersei's up to some shit.
Good idea.
That Lannister woman's up to some shit now.
She's always up to some shit.
Yeah, she's up to some shady shit all the time. All right, and then so we get the scene where the king is going to determine what happened.
Yes.
Based solely upon two children telling him what happened.
Yep.
And then the third child saying she doesn't remember what happened.
Yeah.
So we get Arya who tells Joffrey what actually happened, or tells the king what actually happened.
Yeah, like, you know, we were just playing or whatever, your son comes over and speaks his dick.
Bag.
And then I beat him over the head with a stick, and then my wolf kind of bit him a little bit.
A little bit.
and then I threw his sword into the river because he's a douche.
Yeah.
I didn't want him stabbing me with it.
Yeah. And then...
I didn't want myself stabbing him with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't trust myself not to kill him, so I threw it in the river.
Exactly. that's more...
Kind of what I get from
I would get that better.
Because she'd already disarmed him. She had the sword.
Right.
Like,
yeah, she could have done whatever she wanted.
If anybody was going to get stabbed, it was going to be him.
Yeah,
right.
she could have held it at his throat if she wanted to.
Yeah, the only reason that she threw that in the thing is because she didn't trust herself not to kill him.
Yeah, for hurting Micah.
I would hope so.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arya, badass.
Yep. And then there's Joffrey's side of the story, who's like, I was out on a lovely ride with my beautiful lady.
And these two ambushed us.
Yeah, and these two hooligans, like, knocked me off my horse, and I hit my head on a rock.
And Arya beat me senseless.
Yeah, and Arya sicked her wolf on me after I fell off my horse.
They didn't do anything to them. They just attacked me.
Yeah, and my horse on the way by hit the butcher boy in the face with his stirrup, so that's where he got the cut from. And then they took my sword from me and threw it in the river.
Yeah, to which Renly wants to know, you know, perchance sometime Joffrey will tell him how a 9-year-old who is no bigger than a drowned rat was able to disarm him and throw his sword in a river.
Yep. Because Joffrey's 3 years older than her, or 4 years older than her.
Uncle Renly.
Uncle Renly. I love Uncle Renly. You little gay bastard, you.
You sure he's gay?
I don't know. He's gay in the show, and I just love that about him. I love that about that character in the show, so there's that. He might not be gay in the book.
Maybe not.
He might be a sword swallower through and through, though. Who knows?
Does he still marry Marjorie in the book?
You'll have to get there and see.
What book would that be in? That'd be in like 3, wouldn't it?
No, why would it be in 3?
No, it'd be in A Clash of Kings.
Right.
Okay.
Which is 2.
Okay. I'm excited about that.
Sorry.
See, this is why I made him scared of me last time, is because he's doing weird stuff like this. And then I was like getting his attention. He's trying to get his toy out from under the fridge.
So Robert says that Sir Barristan should escort Renly from the hall because apparently he needs to cough. He
needs to cough, and he's like, "No, brother, you're too kind. I can find my own way out. Thank you."
Right.
Oh God. And then he starts laughing in the thing about, or he starts laughing on the way out about lion's tooth.
Yeah.
He thinks the sword's name is retarded.
I would agree.
Stag's Point.
It still would have been just as ridiculous.
Well, that sounds like
Stag's
a great,
Point would have been
70s porn name for a guy. Stag Antler.
Stag Antler. Yeah, that's a good porno name.
Stupid.
How great of a porno name is that?
But it's
Not
stag,
really.
and then it's hyphenated antler, antler.
No.
I don't know.
Antler.
Stag Antler. I don't know.
No.
It's got to be something that has like a her in it, so that way he can stab her. Because that makes it more porny.
No, but it's the 70s. That has to be ridiculous.
Like Cum Dog Millionaire kind of shit. They're all right. So in the TV show Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, I never saw that. So
yeah, well, there was a poster in there. Instead of Slumdog Millionaire, it was Cum Dog Millionaire.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they were in a porno shop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Anyway.
Cum Dog Millionaire.
All right. So then Robert decides that he will punish Joffrey. Ned will punish Arya.
Does he ever actually get punished?
I doubt it. I mean, he got beat up by a girl.
That's probably punishment enough.
That's like a lot of punishment, and people know about it. Like everybody knows.
It's
about
public.
It.
It's a very public event.
Yeah, it's very public that everybody knows he got beat up by a 9-year-old girl. So
maybe his punishment is just making him relive that a couple times, which could be why he ends up resenting Sansa so much. If he was made to relive it a couple times, like if they didn't let it go.
Oh, I'm sure Uncle Renly didn't.
Oh, God, no.
Renly will never let it go.
Yeah.
7 gods know he wouldn't let that go.
I'm also certain that Uncle Tyrion wouldn't let it go either.
No. Oh, he's got it from both sides of the family now.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Ned's got to discipline his daughter for fucking up the kings.
Discipline Arya.
Yeah.
And Cersei starts to bitch about it, and he's like, what would you have me do? Take her head off? Like flog her through the streets? Like, kids fight. Yeah, everybody's alive. Get over it.
Yeah, no one died.
Except for Micah.
But then
spoilers.
Yeah, they're not aware of that one just yet.
Right.
But yeah, no one died at this point of the chapter.
Yep, so Robert is assuming it's all good. Ned's about ready to leave.
Robert's over this shit.
Should we get Sansa, who is Ned calls forth to give the third way of what actually happened. And
yeah, well, there was someone else there. There was actually 2 someone else's there, but
one's running away right now.
Yeah, one's still on the run.
Sansa comes up and she tells the king, I don't remember what happened.
Actually, theoretically, at this point, I think that he would be on the way back and already dead on the Hound's horse.
Right.
So he might. Yeah. We just don't know that yet.
Yeah, no.
But to which Arya yells, "Liar!
Liar! Liar! Meanie! Liar face! Mean pants!"
Punching her sister. She's like,
she tackles her to the ground.
Yeah.
Knocks her ass over.
Shit out of her. Good.
And I feel bad for Sansa because she knows that she's lying about it, so she doesn't fight it.
Nope.
Like, Arya's beating the shit out of her and yelling at her, telling her she's a liar, and she's not saying, no, I'm not, stop it, leave me alone. Like, she's just taking it. Yeah, she's just kind of taking it because she knows that she's lying about it.
She should, because she's a lying bitch.
Yeah. So, I just think that's
for her at all.
I guess I don't. That's probably all right. I don't feel sorry for her. Like, I misspoke about that. Like, I really don't feel sorry for her, but I'm vaguely impressed that she doesn't decide to be like, well, it's not my fault. Well, it's your wolf. Yeah.
So
gotta have that family front going, minus Arya.
Well, she's marrying into him.
She's gotta stand by her own.
Yeah. So they all think it's over. So Ned's getting ready to leave with his kids.
He's like, all right, guys, let's go home now.
Robert's like, fine, good, we're good to go. Let's everybody get out of here until Cersei speaks up again.
Let's honor the bitch.
Tells Robert, what about the fucking wolf?
Yep.
We gotta have a wolf's head.
We gotta have a wolf pelt on my bed.
There's savages. The wolves are savages.
Yeah.
So she says, a true man would have already had a wolf pelt on my lap for savaging my son.
The king I thought I married.
Right.
Yeah.
A real man. Yeah. Real warrior.
Yeah.
Which he responds with, that would be some trick considering there's no wolf.
Yeah, there's no wolf. The wolf's gone, lady. She ran away. Yeah. And then she's like, well, we have another one.
Yeah, we have a stand-in wolf.
Yeah.
Stunt cock.
Which I don't know why she thinks killing the lady is any better except to make Sansa suffer.
It's because she's an evil bitch.
It's because she's an evil bitch and she wants what she wants. So if she doesn't want any of the direwolves with her in the capital. She didn't want the direwolves to come to the capital in the beginning.
She wants like a big giant direwolf walking around the capital.
Yeah, but she mentioned it before that.
Sansa.
She mentioned it in the earlier chapter that the direwolves were not going to go south with them.
Yeah,
and then so now that Nymeria is gone, she still has the one other one to get rid of.
Imagine this: she knows what a piece of shit her son is.
Yeah,
right. She knows that Joffrey's going to beat his wife.
Yep,
treat her like shit.
Except he doesn't want something.
Except the fact that Sansa has a fucking gigantic fucking savior.
Yeah.
That she don't want around because the first time Joffrey lays hands on her, Lady's gonna eat him for breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Lady.
Have that.
Yeah.
Right. So Lady gotta die.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for her. For the sole fact that she's a direwolf.
So Robert says, "Fine, call Ilan Payne, kill the fucking wolf.
I don't give a shit.
Get it done with. I want to go back to sleep.
He wants to go back to his whore and his wine.
Yeah, this nonsense is bothering me."
Yep.
To which Ned responds, no, you can't be serious. It's not, like that wolf didn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is also what Sansa says, again, not realizing the consequences of her own fucking actions.
Yeah, it takes her a little while, too. She's like, wait, they can't be talking about Lady. Like, Lady didn't do anything. Yeah. Like, she's like, just straight denial at first.
And then Robert tried to justify it, saying sooner or later it would have turned on your girl.
The same way it did my boy. Yeah.
It would have turned on your girl the same way the other did on my son.
Yeah.
No, that's not what would happen, Robert.
Sorry, Robert. Yeah, that's not quite.
Yeah,
quite the thing.
Well, that's what he says to justify.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you do what you have to do to make yourself feel better.
So Ned tells him to grow up hair and do it himself.
Yeah. Take your balls out of Cersei's purse and don't kill my daughter's wolf.
Yep.
Which Robert threatens him.
And then for the first time in forever, Sansa and Arya agree on something.
Yeah, right. No, not Lady. Don't hurt Lady.
Yeah, they don't. They both agreed not to kill Lady. Fault. She didn't do anything.
Yep, because Lady wasn't even around because she was tethered to a post or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So then Ned says, well, fine, then, she's of the North. She deserves better than a butcher, so he'll be the one to kill her.
With some dignity.
Which, good on Ned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody has to do it, it's better that it be him. I think at this point, Ned should pack the fuck up and go back home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, that's just me.
At that point, he has to know he's going to be getting the short end of the stick every time compared to Cersei.
I think he knew that.
that's probably why he didn't want to go in the first place.
He didn't want to go because of the Lannisters.
Yeah. Shocker that his poor best friend has to take the side of his wife over the side of his best friend every time.
Doesn't have to, but he does because they're Lannisters.
Well, because
it's symbolism.
He owes them a huge shit of money.
3 million gold in debt to the Lannisters.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody see any symbolism in Ned being the one to kill Lady?
I just think it's the whole honor thing for the North. You're looking at her.
I'm looking at both of you.
I know she knows the answer.
You both know the answer.
It's symbolism. I don't know symbolism. Shit.
So, I also sort of see this as, and it's after, what you had told us before, too. But this is also, I don't know, even thinking about it last night when I was reading it, I was thinking about it in a sense of, he himself is putting an end to something of the North. He's killing the North himself right now. Ooh. He's going to the South and killing the North.
His actions are killing the North.
Yeah.
Yep.
So. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. The symbolism of him killing the North right there.
His actions are killing the North.
Yeah.
Him choosing to go south.
And then he sends her body back to the North. Right. Mm-hmm. As if that's going to make it whole again. But
yeah. She's from the North. It's her place.
Mm-hmm.
But so Ned has Jory bring ice. So he uses his ceremonial sword to kill her.
Yep.
Which is, again, good. Good on Ned. I like that.
Ceremony. Stand on point. Stand on ceremony.
And so Ned kills the wolf. We don't know exactly how. I think he just probably slit his throat, stabbed it.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they just go from one paragraph to the next and just skips over it.
And then when it's done, he tells Jory to have 4 men take the wolf all the way back to Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
So Cersei couldn't have pelt.
So it could be buried in the North, and so Cersei couldn't have the pelt.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then he comes upon Clegane coming back, and Clegane's got Micah. Yep, got the body of Micah split.
Entwined.
Yeah, basically from freaking head to stem.
Yeah.
Pretty much straight down.
Stem to stern.
Stem to stern. Head to stem, whatever.
Pretty
close.
Top to bottom, left to right.
Up and down.
Inside to outside.
Diagonally. Diagonally.
Diagonally. Hexagonally, I don't know.
No, the other one is a
Nocturnally. That's the other one. I don't remember that one. I never remember that one. But yeah, so...
Now, I do think that there's a price that Ned will have to pay.
His life.
No, I mean, I think he means, to the butcher for, the loss of his son, because children back then are valuable? No? Okay, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about, money.
Oh, I'm talking about money.
You're talking about, his mental stability?
Well, not just that, but it's only after this action. So, Ned chooses to leave. So in the previous Ned chapter, well, two Ned chapters ago, he goes into the crypts.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he notices the Kings of Winter. They look at him. It's only after he kneels to Robert that the statues then look upon him disapprovingly.
This is when they first got to
Winterfell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only after he kneels to Robert is it noted that the statues are now looking disapprovingly.
Okay.
Because he knows.
Right. Because they're kings and he's And
he's a warden.
He's a warden of the North. He's the Lord of Winterfell. He's not a king of Winter. He's bowing, and he makes specific note in that chapter that before Torrhen Stark, the one who knelt, they were hard men, as hard as the land that they ruled, and that they served no man. That they
sounds like themselves. It sounds like some kind of Joseph Stalin shit.
The kings of winter.
Yeah, Iron Fist.
Yeah, they bowed to no man, and here's Ned in front of them bowing to the king.
Yeah.
So they look upon him disapprovingly for that, and then at the end they also
maybe that's why he's got bad juju
and look on when he agrees to go south.
Right.
When winter is coming.
That's what this whole thing is them putting bad juju on him for kneeling in front of them in the crypts.
Well, it's not just that, but then the next time Ned thinks of the crypts in a dream, the stone statues are staring at him with icy eyes, and the stone direwolves are snarling at him.
Mm-hmm. So they're mad at him for killing the North.
Yeah.
Yep. For bending the knee and killing the North.
Not even bending the knee. I mean, they disapproved of that, but they didn't snarl at him for it. Now they're snarling because he's symbolically killed the North.
Killing the direwolf.
Killed the Stark family.
But I wonder
because Ned's action leads to the downfall of the Stark family.
Yeah. But I wonder if he had let Ilyn Payne do it, though, would they have been more angry or less angry that he let someone else kill the North?
Well, he's still killing the North. It's his actions that are killing the North.
Yeah. He'd rather do it by his hand than by somebody else's.
Right, but it doesn't change the fact that his actions, his choices, are killing the Stark family, killing the family of the Kings of the North.
Right.
Okay.
Killing the blood of Winterfell. I mean, they ended up getting Winterfell almost destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no use in just doing it once.
So yeah, I think that there's a price that Ned pays. So yeah, I think there's definitely a price that he pays for his actions.
Yeah.
For what he thinks is the right thing to do.
His honor is getting in the way of his heritage, I think.
Right, and that's the thing, right? So he thinks he's being honorable.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's trying to be honorable.
And failing.
He's not even failing. I mean, I think he's being honorable, but it's not the right thing to do.
Being honorable to the wrong.
I still don't understand how a direwolf let a fish tell him what to do.
I'm wondering if at the end of all this, if it goes back to actually being the Seven Kingdoms with 7.
No. At the end of all this, Ned wakes up and he never actually left Winterfell and it was all a dream. And he had told Catelyn, no, go fuck yourself, I'm staying in Winterfell.
No.
You get to hang out here. Maester Lewin can draw you as many dick pics as he wants.
Yep.
We're all staying right here.
That's what George is waiting.
Benjen's back from the wall.
Hey guys, look, Benjen came back. He never died. This is great. Jon Snow never went to the wall. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna have the dream sequence. This whole series of books is a dream sequence.
Okay, now what were you trying to say before you were rudely interrupted?
Yes.
That I'm wondering if after all this is said and done, when all the books are at the end of the books, if it's going to return to actually being the 7 kingdoms with 7 kings or queens, not just one ruling all 7.
Or a different number.
Because right now we have 2. The king in the north.
Right, I mean, in the TV show, there's a king in the north.
In the TV show.
Maybe it's 2, maybe there's a king in the south and a king in the north.
Right.
Who knows? Or maybe there's, maybe it's Aegon, Fagon, Daenerys, and Jon Snow.
What about Yara? No, her name's Asha in the book. Yeah, Asha in the book.
Well, she's not king or queen of anything right now.
No. Right now, no.
I mean, you got Euron out there. He's in charge.
Euron. That crazy motherfucker.
That's her uncle, right?
Yeah. Crow's Eye.
Even though her dad appointed her as...
That's not how it works there.
Yeah, that's not how it works there, though. Because, she said the same thing.
I know that's not how it works, but that's what her and her dad wanted, was for her to... be
charged, right, but she has to make it to the King's Moot, and Euron won the King's Moot.
I know.
I mean, essentially, it's like the most democratic society in Westeros.
Yeah.
The Iron Islands are, essentially.
Yeah. Literally.
Fucking figure.
The people who want to steal everything from everybody else are like... rapists. All right.
So, yeah, it's an interesting thought that I don't think you're going to end up with one unified kingdom.
Yeah,
which I think is also one of the reasons why I don't believe that Jon's a Targaryen.
Right.
Because then even if you then ended up with, like, 2 kingdoms, but then they're both ruled by the Targaryens. Like, it doesn't change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
It's one of the reasons I don't think Jon's a Targaryen, because it makes much more sense if you have, like, a southern kingdom or 2 southern kingdoms and a northern kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And Jon being a true Stark makes sense to him ruling the northern kingdom.
Yeah.
Not him being a Targaryen.
Right.
So.
I thought Sansa was supposed to live in the north. Because she's the true-born daughter.
Oh, in the TV show, she tried like hell to get Jon killed. She did her fucking best.
Oh, I didn't see. I still haven't seen the last season.
No,
season 7.
This is in season 6.
Oh, season 6?
Battle of the Bastards. Do you not know how that played out?
No, I do. Yeah. She went and got...
She sent Jon and them in there to be bait. To get killed.
And then brought the other people.
So the Knights of the Vale would then kill Ramsay.
Yeah.
Would kill Ramsay's troops after Jon and his men had been slaughtered. Because you can see it if you watch the show, when she's looking at the big, like as the Vale men are riding in, and Jon's been like buried in the middle, and she hasn't seen him forever. She's smiling.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he runs out of that fucking scramble after Ramsay, her face goes.
Yeah, she frowns.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I don't remember that.
Yeah. She totally intended for Jon to die in that battle.
Because he's still a bastard and she still hates him.
It's because she wants to be the Lady of Winterfell. Yeah. She wants to be in charge.
She's a fucking idiot. Can't stand that bitch.
Well, I hope she grows out of it.
Yeah.
In the book or the show. I can't stand her either way.
It would have been nice if Lysa just fucking tossed her out the moon door.
It would be. Make the dumb girl fly.
Make the dumb girl fly.
Yeah, make the little man fly, make the dumb girl fly.
I got it. Yes.
Alright, so we do get some interesting things in here. We got Arya and Sansa agreeing and getting along for a second after Arya's beating the shit out of Sansa.
Yep.
Which was fun.
I feel like they even agree a little bit while Arya's beating the shit out of Sansa because Sansa's not fighting it.
Yeah, so, I agree.
Yeah, so there's like a good minute and 30 seconds
of their entire lives.
Yeah, of their entire lives that they agree on one thing, that Sansa deserves to have the shit beat out of her at this moment, and that neither of them wants Lady to die.
Yep, it's also probably the reason why Sansa never has wolf dreams. There's an award, doesn't have any skin-changing abilities, because
she's a fucking
she
idiot.
didn't have a chance to work with Lady that long.
Yeah.
She's obviously not as powerful because I think Jon and Bran...
She's also the most Tullyish of all of them.
Instantly connected with their wolves.
Yeah.
The others take longer, like Rickon and Shaggy Dog.
Yeah, but I feel like one of the reasons Sansa also didn't get that strong of a connection is because she's probably the most Tullyish of all of them.
That's true. I mean, she definitely believes in the faith of 7 because she got the 7 gods.
Yeah.
So she definitely doesn't follow the old gods.
No. Yeah, and she's definitely
or it seems like the other kids do.
Yeah, I think they do. Like
she's more like her mother than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's one of the other reasons. Lady's her best friend, but not her familiar companion in the way the other ones are.
She doesn't seem like a ward. I bet she has the ability to,
but she just probably doesn't believe in it.
Don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm almost certain she has the ability to. All the other kids do.
Yeah.
So it would only make sense that she would also have that ability.
Well, it would suck if she didn't.
It would also make sense that Ned Stark had that ability too. Just saying.
Yeah.
Maester.
He doesn't have a wolf though.
He doesn't have a wolf. Right. He doesn't have a wolf.
No, his died killing the
Although I will say this.
That was a female. That wouldn't be his.
I was being sarcastic.
I will say this about Ned Stark and magic. Just something about Ice the Sword.
It's Valyrian steel.
Not just that, but there's something else about it because remember after Ned is killed with it, that Tobo Mott reforges it into 2 different swords.
Yes.
But instead of just having the dark gray blade like it had before, it's got red streaks in it that he can't get out. No matter what he did, couldn't get the red to go away.
Maybe that's his. I say it's either Ned's blood or the blood of the angry Kings of Winter.
You were telling me about the other day that had red streaks in it?
You've got red on you. Sorry.
What?
From Shaun of the Dead, the theme of "You've got red on you" because
wearing
blood.
A white shirt with a red pen and his sleeve. You got some red on you.
Yeah. And then someone comes in with blood on them later, and they're like, "You've got red on you."
It's too cool for this shit.
But anyway,
something about Bran and the twin.
Oh, I was telling you about Jojen paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you about Jojen paste and how Bran's eating Jojen paste in the Weirwood tree. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird that ice goes from being just a plain gray sword to, after Ned's killed with it in the tree forged, there's red ripples in it that Tobal Mott can't get out. He said he tried all the spells and everything, but he couldn't get the red to come out.
Probably his blood then.
Tywin Lannister likes it because it's the Lannister color red, so it's fine, but it's just weird.
I think it's Ned's blood.
I mean, it probably is Ned's blood.
Did Ned warg into his sword right before it killed him? Because Valyrian steel swords are mentioned multiple times with, like, being alive. Like, Jon mentions that
I think is a tinfoil hat.
When Jon first holds Longclaw and takes his first left-handed swing with it, he says it's as if it has a mind of its own. A will of its own.
Well, if he's swinging it left-handed and it's right-handed, it probably will.
Right, but no, but...
Oh, God.
I'm just... let me look at the
it might be something.
Forest to miss the tree. He mentioned specifically that Longclaw has a will of its own.
Yes.
It's mentioned multiple times. Multiple people mentioned that Valyrian steel swords have, like, animate, lifelike qualities.
That's interesting.
And then we've got a sword that seems to be holding on to Ned Stark's blood, or maybe all of the blood of all the people who ever were killed with it.
I think it might be something like that.
Because you said it was gray, and Ned washed all the blood off in the...
That's true.
In the bloody water that's black and for the Weirwood tree.
And after they don't wash Ned's
Ned
blood
died,
off.
it was never washed off by that Weirwood tree in that black water.
You're welcome.
So it never got cleansed.
Ned with magic.
Yep. Use the magic to wash the blood off.
Right. Which tells me Ned definitely doing blood sacrifices.
Interesting.
Old god blood sacrifice
and
Weirwood trees.
Ned's blood was the last one, and it wasn't washed off with the blood sacrifice.
Right. I'm sure that they washed it. Like, I have no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't washed.
But they didn't wash off in the black water under a Weirwood tree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
they're in the south. Even if they were in a Weirwood, because aren't there Weirwood trees in the south somewhere too?
Probably not with the
some places.
Not many, but there's no other place we know of except for the House of Black and White.
Mm-hmm.
When they first go inside,
black water.
Right, when you first go inside, it has that pool of black water.
Yeah.
Those are the only two pools of black water we know of. That pool in the House of Black and White, and
is that the pool that kills people when they drink it?
Yes.
Okay.
But also blinds them, or keeps them alive, or makes them stronger,
or heals their blindness.
Whatever needs to happen.
Whatever's going to happen.
The other one is the one in the heart by the Heart Tree in Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
So
and nobody drinks that water,
or swims in it, or does anything in it. They swim in the hot springs,
except clean the swords.
Yeah.
And Ned's blood was never cleaned off like that.
That's fair.
So it seems like Ned's blood is permanently in this sword's Oathbreaker and
Widow's Wail. Oh, I have a sword named after me. Ooh. I didn't really wail that much. It was optional.
Oh my god.
That's because it was all voluntary.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't wail.
Yeah. All right.
It was an optional.
I think we've hit everything.
Yeah, I don't really have that much more to cover.
No.
To cover in this episode. I think we got everything.
I'm pretty sure we hit Sansa Point 2 very well.
Sansa
1 or 1.2 or whatever.
1.5.
1.5.
Sansa 2.0, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
We're done with Sansa for a little bit.
We're done with Sansa for a little bit. We still have 5 more Sansa chapters.
Yes,
to go,
but we're not there next, because next we're
we got a couple chapters.
Next we're in Bran 3, and one of my favorite chapters of the entire series.
Yes.
Is it like CSI Bran?
No, it's
cool.
like
Bran wakes up.
Not even before that. It's mystical super dream. 3-eyed crow makes its first visit.
Ooh,
yes.
Ooh, now I'm excited.
Yes, he felt as though he'd been falling for years.
I read that. That was the one thing I read.
Yeah.
I read the first couple paragraphs. That's the one thing I remember is that he feels like he's been falling for years. I mean, he has been unconscious for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Almost a month.
Yeah.
By the time he wakes up.
Yep. Should be a good one. So, so that'll be our next chapter, Bran 3.
Mm-hmm.
And until then, we will catch you guys next time. Remember to keep your eye out for our Thursday shows now going on. So
yeah,
shows Monday morning and Friday morning, or Sunday night and Thursday night, whenever you guys get them.
Yeah. Whenever you guys wake up and, oh my God, there's a new show out! Yay!
Yep. So we will catch you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.